were racked with guilt about what they had done. It opened the door to them before they went extinct, and today they are thriving and literate. They have a unique language preserved and have seen their people transformed by God's truth in the Bible in their own language. So when this helio arrived in Ecuador, JARS decided to name it in honor of Tonya at the dedication in 1972.
That is amazing. After service in Ecuador, this little missionary plane was sent to Indonesia for 10 years, where it made over 70.
A second Mustang.
Again, another pass by the ME-262. You're getting these extra passes because we've got to get that jet car off the runway before we can land. And again, it takes some time. They got to get in place, get right in front of it so they can spill at the end of the runway because now Bill is out of fuel. He can't get back without being towed by. So a little later, once they get this hooked up and John gets him off the runway, you'll see John drag him back by the winner. So when you see Bill come by, you got
Hopefully he's not feeling too bad about that because he's been beat twice now.
we want to have a reminder of put your sunscreen on. Yes, we've got some clouds coming in and out, but the sun is still pretty powerful. Drink lots of fluids, stay hydrated, not only
In history, this is the story behind the World War II pilots who painted the tails of their airplanes red. For the next several minutes, I'll be your guide as we share a bit of history that almost went untold. And part of that story includes an airplane that is very much like the one that you see here today. So let's talk about that airplane that you just saw take off for just a moment. That is a North American.
and a little sneak attack there from the Tora Bomb Squad, also a part of the Commemorative Air Force. And this is part of what makes the warbird community so great. The red-tailed aircraft from CAF was having a mechanical issue that they needed to work on, and another museum who Doug called said, hey, you know what, how about I pick ours up, take it to the air show, don't let the air show down. That's the great part about our industry, especially among the warbirds. We understand these are old airplanes. We have to take care of them.
From your right, now I have heard that many of you are big fans of owned by Mike Buzzard Hartman.
He could say, knock it off. And at that time, they would take separation, just like they did coming in, and peel off to land. But what they're doing is they're coming in a wider in trail just to do single ship flybys.
And you'll notice Mike Hartman, who was flying that Navion, is now walking the show line. Make sure you give him a wave and let him know how much you appreciated that.
Now, I know a couple of lead pilots who fly in warships with smoke, and they say one of the reasons they like to fly in lead is so that they don't get smoke in their cockpit from the people. And for his own version of a sneak pass, that was Richardson coming in from behind and overhead. Now, the United States was not the only country to use the T-28. It was also used by the Republic of Vietnam Air Force and the
From underneath her, unbelievable. At the bottom of the loop, they'll be slicing through the air at over 150 miles per hour, and that's a Category 5 hurricane speed. The aircraft you see in front of you is a heavily modified Grumman AGCAT. Our Pratt & Whitney R985 radial engine, a custom smoke system, and of course a wing rack on top. Sam says for her and us, this is the best seat in the air show. And here they come back again on the left. Can you see her up there? She looks so tiny, but she's holding tight up there.
Give her a big wave, because she can't see down here. You may look like little ants to her, but she can see you waving. So wave to Sam the Wing Walker.
Now I want to talk a little bit about Sam because she is a fascinating human being. She is from a small farming community in Illinois, and when she's not at air shows, she now works in the commercial space industry where she makes maneuver recommendations for space science missions as a satellite collision avoidance engineer. She says it's like at air was against a jet on jet. This race is against a piston engine, and maybe we're going to have a different result, maybe we're not. Hard to tell.
So Scooter has called for his own Smoke and Thunder out there on Toro, and he's like, give me some Smoke and Thunder I can do. Just in case Bill and inbound again from Scooter. Okay, so are you excited for this race? Yeah, okay, let's hear it. Who do you think's gonna win? The jet car? Let me hear it. Sweet. So he really isn't going to be able to hear you when you yell at him or whatever, but wave those hands in the air and tell Scooter, thanks for the race with Bill Bragg in Smoke and Thunder Jet Car. I'm not in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Next up, we have W51 that we know as Quicksilver. He did a solo earlier. It's flown by Mr. Scott Scooter Yoder. Just remember, it's one coming back to that carrier and they weren't sure where they were going to land or if they would make it. We have so enjoyed having you here today. And we thank you for being here for the Lawrence Urban Road. What a great way to end the show with all the fire and salute to all veterans of the B-35 Military Aviation Center, Virginia Beach, Virginia.